First impressions last. Yeah, things have changed. Some things. One thing that hasn't changed and probably never will is that you only get one chance to make a first impression. How we make a first impression has evolved. Yeah, that's a good word. Evolved. The impact of a first impression has not. It's still very powerful. Back in the day, and it's still true to a large extent, we made a first impression in person, physically. Nowadays, we often make a first impression digitally online as well. However you do it, first impressions last. And as my mentor, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force No. 5, Bob Gaylor, taught me, high tech will never replace high touch. It won't, but you already know that. As a leader, you'll have to develop and practice that skill. The high touch one, and maybe both. Standards have changed and evolved, but as the leader, you have to not only set the standard, you have to surpass it. You have to model it, you have to be that higher standard. Think about this. When we think of standards, we think of minimum requirements. Minimum anything creates mediocrity. Is that your goal, especially as a leader, to be mediocre and help your followers to be mediocre? I hope not. Probably not. Okay, I'll answer for you. Heck no. Setting that higher standard as a leader begins with the first impression. Whatever first impression you make on your followers, whatever they think you look like the first time they meet you, will stay in their minds forever. Forever. First impressions last. One of the reasons the organization insists on you wearing certain types of clothing, and not others, is that it presents a professional image. You are a professional, aren't you? And the company wants to express a professional image to the customer. Your personal appearance will set the standard for your team. What you give, you'll get. If you look good, chances are your followers will emulate you. And if you look sloppy, chances are your followers will emulate you. That's the truth. So make it a habit to look your best, not just good, every day. Be exceptional. You'll also make an impression by the language that you use. Most organizations don't condone the use of vulgar language, particularly around customers. Guess who has to enforce that? You. You can't enforce that rule if you break it yourself. Vulgar language validates a person's ignorance and disrespect for others. The American language includes myriad terms that you can use to provide the emphasis that vulgar words do. People's use of offensive language becomes habitual. Most of the time, they don't even realize they're offending anyone, but they are. Even if the offended ones don't say so. Live up to the standard of effective leaders and get rid of vulgarities in your speech. Think about this. Where do vulgar words come from? Vulgar minds. Get rid of vulgar thoughts and you'll get rid of vulgar words. Don't use them. Remember, you are now a leader, a professional leader. Think like one and speak like one. Your followers will be looking out for if and how you respect them. Remember, you're setting the standard. Is it possible to make a bad first impression, but repair it? It is, but it will take a lot of work and a lot of time. You can repent and do all sorts of good things for your folks, and they may show you respect. But know this, if you ever do anything dumb, they will revert to their first impression of you. They'll say, I always knew the boss was a dirtbag. I remember the first time I saw her. I knew she was bad. That's what will go through their minds and their lips. Trust me, I've been there. First impressions last. You'll only get one chance to make a first impression. Make sure it's a positive one. Because first impressions last. Be great. You are. Air Power.